So, hello internet. Uh, Maybe you have heard about this new Yu-Gi-Oh game. I was never a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh before, but I caught myself playing a lot this game recently. And a cool small thing in here is the solo mode, where you can first teach the basics, then you start practicing with different decks. The game teaches you about different archetypes, and you have this starter deck where I have the chosen cards. I found really cool that I didn't think they really have a deck around them. And then when you reach this last stage, you finally get a chance to see their deck, and that's what I want to share with you today. Sorry for my broken English, by the way. Chosen by the word legacy. The words were not human. That word was ruled by 7 mechanical life forms, known as the Mechanites. Cosmons, but never much, the Clouders. These Clouders then swarm and destroy all. Man-made destructions never left. Was like emotions, helpless before these ruthless machines, mankind had no choice but to live in hiding. Dense thick trees, glowing even daytime, a hinterland known as the Forest of the Stars. Then lays a hiding village where humans live inconspicuous. The village was protected by barrier that would prevent intruders from invading or even discovering it. It when passed down to many generations meant the barrier extremely resistant, and it never had broken, not once. But even so, the villagers were suffocated by their unsaid day after day, not knowing when the great statue would come knock at their doorstep. From within the suffocating unease of the villager, there were still those determined to fend off the callers. I think it's cool that they have proper names, even though it's not in their card, né? Aurana and Ningitsu. The reason they fought so desperately. It was the village priestess and the younger sister of Nirgirsu, Ibi. For birth, the priestess possessed a divine power that synergizes with the ritual wind to create barriers. Power was the strongest the village had ever seen in its history, but was meager compared to the threatening forces that grew stronger by the day. Her companions saw how hard she was trying to put on a brave face for the villagers, and they wished they could lighten up her burden, even by a little. Alan and Nirgisu, along with the baby dragon Induki, crossed the barrier, in hopes of slayer even just one crawler. One day, Ibi heard from inside the forest a faint sound like that of a woman's voice. Alan and Nirgisu could not hear it, however, Ibi proclaimed that she keeps hearing the voice. Afraid Ibi would venture in the forest alone, Auran e Yugioh and the baby dragon Induki set foot inside the Eternal End. Word Chalice Guard Dragon. Okay, so this is the flavor, the history of these cards. It has that feeling of classical JRPG protagonist. Oh, it has two histories. Let's read one more. Oh, the Fairy. The sun had already set, leaving only starlight to guide them. The scent of trees and soil hung in the cold air. Though her footing was unsure, Ib ventured in the forest as if she was being guided. Careful not to lose sight of her, the three looked out for clouders as they followed her. Suddenly, with a boot shake, Ib vanished before their eyes. Oh no! Rushing to the place where they lost sight of her, they saw Ib falling off a low cliff. Each shepherd Ib has been so spellbound in the direction of the voice that she hadn't noticed there was no ground before her. The three descend the cliff, and where he lived to find Ib uninjured. Before their eyes, a mysterious structure appeared. It had been there before. They would have noticed it. If it had been there before, they would have noticed. But as if the structure has been there for hundreds of years, it was enclosed in trees and entwined in earth. They nevertheless approached the building. The wind Ib held in her hand glowed, and the building started to humble, as if in response. A mighty light radiated from the building, blowing aside the trees and cloaking everything in blinding light. Even if their eyelids closed, the light pierced mysteries too. When they finally opened their eyes, a faded fluttered in the air before them. The Fairy spoke to the startled party. I am the word child's Fairy. A spirit that had been seated inside the building released the bright light, known as the word legacy, word chalice. In previous time, it was her duty to guide mankind, but was obstructed by the Mech Knight. For many years, she had been waiting for a word hero capable of activating the word chalice, and that they are those word heroes. Please lend me your strength and gather the scattered starlight and save the world from the great darkness, she spoke. Too bewildered by Lee's story, Auran and the group were moved by their earnestness and decided to lend a hand. Oh! Hidden their resolve, the Fairy smiled and bestowed upon them the powers of the awakened word chalice. Cool. It's really a classic JRPG history. It's cliche, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's cool when you know you're being cliche and you go all in for it. I will stop the video for now. Thanks for hearing my broken English. Palatiums off.